fellow Toastmasters and guests here. Thank you all for coming on this Sunday morning, sacrificing your sleep, family time. Today I'll be Sergeant at Arms for this meeting. As SAA, I have certain responsibilities. So I have to share few rules for this meeting to conduct this meeting seamlessly till end. As a first thing, I request all of your energy supporting the speakers. Rules: please switch off your electronic devices. I'll give 5 seconds to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hope everyone has done it. Thank you. The next thing is, we don't discuss politics, religion and sex here. Another thing, don't enter and exit when a speaker is delivering his or her speech. Last but not the least, support the speaker with your claps, warm and gentle smiles. Now I will read out mission of this Toastmasters Club. We provide a supportive and learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. Today's theme is very special to all of us, hope you know. And as a person, we all have dressed up in blue color and came here, right? For me, the color is also very special. I'll take 1 minute to share how it is special. A few years before, my marriage got fixed. So my husband's aunt started calling me for engaging the future daughter-in-law. So in one of our casual conversations, she asked me, what's your favorite color? Genuinely, I shared blue. After few days, my marriage day came. So my husband's side, they got my marriage dress. When I opened, my marriage saree was in blue color. So first time, I'm not sure how about your this one. In Kerala, all the marriage girls, they wear red saree, and I ended up wearing blue saree for my marriage. So be careful when you share your favorite person or color. But do you know, I did, all my relatives were complaining about my husband's relatives. And I was doing the root cause, how it blue color, I was not able to relate how it came blue color saree. And later I got to remember, yeah, I told her this is my favorite color. And I want to ask you one thing, who suffered all the consequences of this? Do you want to? Thus?
Your husband.
Yeah, so you all are experienced. So happy International Men's Day for all of you. With that, I want you all to join me inviting someone who feels it's not a single man, multiple men inspired her, whether it is father, cousins, mentors and friends, and she feels patience is one characteristic she wants to get from the dear man. And she loves photography and she's a candid wedding photographer. If you are planning to get married again or first time, you can take her help. And she's a genetic counselor. That part also please take her help. So let us welcome Nibbi with warm applause. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you. Let's keep up that tempo throughout the meeting. Cool? Yes. All right. I don't believe in numbers. I believe in quality of whatever number we have at hand. So even though we might look a little sparse right now, let's keep up the energy. All right? Okay. To the unsung heroes of lost keys, the conquerors of stubborn jar lids, and the brave souls who face the unknown territory of assembling furniture. To the guys who valiantly resist asking for directions, yet somehow manage to get themselves home. Salute to the masters of the dad joke, the champions of remote control warfare, and the unparalleled experts in turning I don't know into an art. To the kings of fixing things with duct tape, the wizards of spontaneous road trip planning, and the architects of the perfectly timed punchline. To the man who bravely faces the perilous journey of grocery shopping armed with a shopping list and a determined spirit. Hats off to the unsung heroes and the defenders of the household against creepy crawlies. May your Wi-Fi always be strong. Your favorite team forever victorious. You know what I'm indicating towards today, right? Yeah. And your food always arrive hot. Happy International Men's Day, we say, for the men who make our world brighter each day. Once again, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Right. Welcome to a special Toastmasters meeting number 48 of Whitefield Toastmasters meeting as we celebrate International Men's Day today. With the sound of this gavel, I declare meeting number 48 open. As it's a special meeting today, the man of the hour, who's also the presiding officer, the president of the club, will be delivering his address, opening and closing address, towards the later part of the meeting today. All right. Do we have any guests in the room who are attending a meeting for the first time? Yes, for the first time. Okay. A quick round of introductions within a minute.
I am Abhilasha. I am from Walk the Talk Club from Goldman Sachs.
Wonderful.
Radha reached out to me and said there is a Men's Day special we are conducting. I was like, yes, I'm in. Just count me in for anything you need.
All right, thank you. Welcome to Whitefield Toastmasters. Let's give a big round of applause. Yes.
So, my name is Navneet, and you can call me Nav because my name is Whitefield. And so I am a software dev, and so I have 3 years of experience, but I got frustrated and I took a career break afterwards. So I am on career break right now. So I wanted to get out of my comfort zone and improve my communication skills and public speaking skills. So yeah.
Welcome to a meeting. Yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone. I'm N.K. Patil. My wife Rashmi is giving us first speech today, so I'm here to listen. And I've heard a lot of good things about this club, so looking forward to it.
Welcome. All right. Yes.
Hi, I'm Sridhini. I'm from Whitefield Toastmasters Club. Her Radha texted me out of the blue saying that this is a event that is going on, and I was like, why not? I have never attended meetings outside corporate clubs. This is my first time, so I hope it's a good one.
Wonderful. Welcome. Yes.
Hello, I'm Arun Rathod. I'm working as a program manager and more than 15 years experience in the IT or IT industry. Started with media, landed into IT. So really happy to join you all. Thank you.
Wonderful. Welcome. Yes, sir.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ajay Kumar. I'm a professional data scientist. I heard many critics about Toastmasters, but this is the first time.
Welcome. Yes, sir.
I'm Anand, and I work in the fintech space. I work in Startup and Bank. This is more like my second time as a guest, and I have kind of a fear of public speaking and even talking topics, so I'm trying to do that. Thank you.
Wonderful. Welcome. Have we covered all the guests in the room? Yes, sir.
I'm Deepak. I have 15 years of experience in strategy, and I'm working for TV solutions prior to it. And the guest for today, I think I want to talk more comfortable with it. So I learned some review over this. I started learning this.
Wonderful. Welcome. I want you all to give a huge round of applause to all of the guests who just introduced themselves, especially being first timers at a Toastmasters meeting completely. Fear not, all of us who are members of the club here had a day one just like all of you. I started my Toastmasters journey in the year 2016. That was 1 year after I attended a Toastmasters meeting as a guest. So I went as a guest for a year, but I couldn't muster the courage to join and become a member, become a Toastmaster. So I hope you find this meeting fruitful, and please feel free to network and catch up with one of us at the club at the end of the meeting. Now, for the benefit of guests, Toastmasters International is a non-profit organization that helps individuals develop their public speaking and leadership skills. It was founded in the year 1924 by Dr. Ralph Smedley. A typical Toastmasters meeting has 3 segments. The first one is prepared speeches, where today we will have one speaker speak based on certain parameters that are given specific to their project, and there are various different levels. The second segment is table topics, where all of you will be invited to speak, especially the men today. So there will be someone that we call table topic master who will give you a topic, and you've got to think on your feet and speak for 1 to 2 minutes. And the last segment of the meeting is the evaluation segment, and the evaluation segment will be carried out by someone we call the general evaluator, who will have a team and who will have set list of parameters that the entire meeting will be evaluated on. Today's theme, Men of Steel, Heart of Gold, encapsulates the unwavering strength and compassion embodied by men. From fathers and brothers to leaders and mentors, men inspire with their achievements and selfless service. Today is a celebration of each man in our lives, recognizing their crucial role in our families and social circle. As we express gratitude for the men who contribute to our lives and country, let us also foster understanding, break stereotypes, and promote a culture that appreciates and uplifts every man's unique journey. So we'll start the meeting with an introduction of the general evaluation segment that will be carried on by a general evaluator. The individual who is taking up the role of a general evaluator, there were 3 things I asked them. First, a man who inspires this person the most. And the response was a father. The second question was, what is one characteristic of your dear man that you wish you possessed? The answer was, he loves his work. And this individual has been a Toastmaster for 3 years, and she says Toastmasters is an expensive hobby, and on the professional front, she just entered the world of having a job. Please put your hands together to welcome our general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Malya.
Thank you, DTM Nibi. Good morning, everyone. Are we doing well?
Yep.
Yes, considerably well, I suppose, based on the response. I will be performing the role of general evaluator today, that is evaluating the meeting right from the beginning till the moment I'm called upon to the stage. This includes the pre-meeting activities as well, the preparation behind the scenes, etc. And to help me with this role as general evaluator, we have a team that's called the tag team, and we have an individual evaluator for the prepared speaker that we have today. I will go ahead and call upon the tag team that we have that consists of the timer, our counter, and grammarian, who perform very specific functions in the meeting. The same questions that were mentioned by the team out were asked to, basically every other role player. So let's see what they have to say. Our timer couldn't just choose one particular male person who had an influence. She chose 3. Her dad, because of his enthusiasm for his job. Her brother, because of his innocence and love for cricket. And her significant other, because he can solve things practically. Let's welcome an investigation engineer at Airbus who describes themselves as being adventurous. Toastmasters Srijana.
Hello all, a very good morning, a very good Sunday morning to all of you. So today as a timer, I will be evaluating everyone's speeches. As we all know, the speeches, evaluations and the table topics are timed. For table topic speakers, the limit is no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will be showing the green card. Not the card, I'll just show a screen, green screen. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card screen, and at 2 minutes, I'll raise the red screen. In case of the other speeches, the prepared speeches section, it will be 5 minutes, which will be the green card, 6 minutes the yellow card, and 7 minutes the red card. And for evaluations for the prepared speeches, it will be 2 minutes for the green card, 2 minutes 30 seconds for the yellow card, and 3 minutes for the red card. At the end of the meeting, I'll share my reports to the general evaluation. Thank you.
Thank you. As a slight correction, our speaker, I believe, is an icebreaker speaker. So the timing will be 4 to 6 minutes, and the timer is seated there for the benefit of everybody. Let's move on to the A, the R counter. This person again has many men who has influenced her throughout her life. She gives one example of her math teacher called Ramasubramaniam, who influenced her life with his kindness, selfless dedication, and creativity. She is a product manager who loves singing. Let's welcome our R counter, Toastmaster Revati.
Good morning once again. As our counter, I will be noting down overused words, some crutch and filler words, unnecessary pauses, and I will be sharing the report end of the speech so that you can improve in your next speech. Thank you all. All the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Revati. And finally, we have the G, that is the grammarian. Our grammarian for today has mentioned 2 men. The first one is her dad, who is non-fictional, and the second one is Sirius Black from Harry Potter, who is completely fictional, at least for some people. Anyways, she admires the fact that both her dad and Sirius Black can handle conflicts very well. Professionally, she is a fast learner as long as she gets to brainstorm with her colleagues. And she is an avid reader who likes flawed characters. Let's put our hands together for our grammarian, Toastmaster Abhilasha.
I'm going to be your grammarian for the day. We all love a critic, but I'm not going to play the cruel critic today. I'm going to play the nice critic today. So anyone who uses any good usages of the English language or a verbiage, phrase, anything like that, I will be making note of that, and I will be congratulating everyone who does that at the end of the session when GE calls upon me. Other thing that I will be doing is, if there is any grammatical error or a different way to phrase something that you tried to say, I would be giving it as a general feedback to everyone, no one in particular, so that we can all be better. That would be my role for the day. Thank you.
Word of the day.
Oh, sorry. Forgot to introduce. My word, our word of the day is something that I get the privilege to choose. I chose chivalry. I know it's used mostly when men are nice to women. However, the definition is very kind behavior of men towards almost everyone. And that is something almost every man in our life possesses. So I thought that would be a very good use of the word. Anytime anybody uses word of the day, I request everyone to give a thumbs up to show that we recognize them using the word of the day and appreciate them for the same. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilasha. Let's have a round of applause for her and the other members of the tag team. So what do we do when someone says chivalry? Okay, a few thumbs up from the back as well, please. Okay, yes. Encouraging everyone to use the word of the day. May our hands be up throughout the meeting. All right, so this is the tag team and the general evaluator. We will be back as part of the last session of today's meeting. Handing back to distinguished Toastmaster Nibi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Malia. We now move on to the first segment of a Toastmasters meeting, which is prepared speeches. We only have one speech today, and to evaluate our speaker, I will call our evaluator first to explain what the goal of the speech is. Our evaluator today says the person or the man who she's inspired by most is her grandfather, who went from being a farmer to building a tea factory and several other businesses. One quality that she wishes she would have from her significant other is the ability to have bigger dreams even in the smallest village. And something a little bit about a Toastmaster or evaluator is that she is an aspiring game developer who has already released one mobile game so far and is dreaming to release many, many more. Put your hands together to welcome our evaluator today, Toastmaster Kaushika.
Thank you, Toastmasters Nibi. So today I will be evaluating Toastmaster Rashmi's speech. She's doing her L1P1, the very first speech, your icebreaker, so all the best for that. And the purpose of the speech is to introduce yourself to the club and also to understand the basic structure of the speech. So all the best. Thank you.
All right. Our first speaker today will be delivering the icebreaker. Timer, please note the time is 4 to 6 minutes. To our first speaker, the man who inspires her the most, incidentally, also has showed up over here today to support her in her first step in public speaking. That is her husband. What is one characteristic of your dear man that you wish that you possessed? She mentioned that diplomacy, especially while dealing with people. And I think that's a skill that we can all agree that most men possess wonderfully so. And since this is an introduction of the speaker to the club, I will not talk any more about our speaker, but let's welcome our speaker who's going to deliver the icebreaker speech from the path Effective Coaching. Please put your hands together in welcoming Toastmaster Rashmi.
There is a famous saying, if you want to find water, dig deeper in one place than digging shallow in multiple places. Dear Toastmasters, I was born and brought up in Belagavi district of North Karnataka. My father was a typist. My mother is a homemaker. I have a younger brother who is working in police as a sub-inspector. I studied software engineering. As a default choice, I'm married to a software engineer. I'm a software tester. He's a software developer. I'm good at finding defects. He is good at finding solutions. Our association is growing stronger because we both have complementing skills, not just in our professional lives, but also in our personal lives. We have known each other from past 21 years, and we are married to each other from last 16 years. We are blessed with 2 sons. Elder one is a 14 years old, handsome teenager, and younger one is a 5 years old, happy preschooler. I studied in a government residential school called Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. During my school days, I used to write stories, poems, and articles for Kannada magazines. 3 times I got a chance to participate in state level literary fest. Few times I recited my poems in All India radio station Dharwad. In 1998, I received a state level award called Chinnar Prashasti for my exceptional writing skills. In 2001, Kannada Sahitya Parishat published 50 poems of mine as a collection called Bala Sangati. During my school days, I always confused my friends on what I wanted to become. My grandmother used to say I had to become a doctor. My mother imagined me as a school teacher. My teachers thought I might become a writer or a journalist. I was very good at talking to the point and asking specific questions. So some of my friends said, "You will become a good lawyer." My father's wish was very simple. He just wanted me to study something which will enable me to sit and work in an AC office. With all these, even I was also confused on what I wanted to become. I liked few aspects of all the options people thought for me. A writer, a journalist, a lawyer, a teacher, and a doctor. Nobody, including myself, thought I would become an engineer. The time I decided to join engineering, computers were new to me. I had missed a free medical seat just by a few rank. So my father was trying to convince me to take up engineering. I said, if I study medicine, I know what I'll be doing as a doctor. At least I've seen what these doctors do. Now you tell me what software engineers do. My father was an arts graduate. Nobody in my family or close relatives studied science after class 10th. So he said, even I don't know what these software engineers do. That's why I'm sending you to engineering college. You go, study, come back and tell us what these software engineers do. This is how my family did experiment engineering with my career. After coming to software testing profession, I put my best efforts to learn the skills required to succeed in this field. Soon I realized it was not my dad, it was my God who wanted me to be in this career. I could utilize most of my skills here. As a tester, I work as a journalist, find defects and report. I get to describe bugs as a writer. I get to train new colleagues as a teacher. And if a developer is not convinced about a bug, I get to use my lawyer skills to convince. Finally, as my father wished, I get to sit in an AC office and work. I worked for 13 years in software testing. SAP Labs India was my first employer. Later, I worked for companies like GE Digital and Automation Anywhere. I really enjoyed my work and I received many accolades for my work. I was the one among 200 people selected as global top talent employees in SAP Labs worldwide. I was the youngest to be promoted as a team lead in SAP Labs Bangalore Test Center at that time. And I always received consistently exceeds expectation ratings in my performance reviews. 8 years ago, I joined Toastmasters to improve my leadership skills. I completed Competent Communicator Manual, in which I received Best Speaker ribbons for 7 out of my 10 speeches. I completed Competent Leadership Manual, which really helped me to improve my skills and grow in my career as a QA manager. Now, after being away for all these years from Toastmasters, all my skills have become like dust-laden or corroded tools. Now it's time for me to take them out, clean them, polish, and make them shine. Now, currently, I am on the process of exploring my interests and digging deeper to find the best version of myself. Dear Toastmasters, whenever you are confused, choose an option, put in your best efforts, dig deeper to find the best version of yourself. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rashmi, for sharing your journey with us. And now we know that we have such an accomplished speaker, writer in our midst here in our little community at Whitefield Toastmasters. And for in case anyone's curious why we stood up and clapped, where all the time that I came on stage, that our general evaluator came on stage, everybody sat and clapped. But when the speaker finished her speech, everybody stood up and clapped. Anyone curious? Yes. So the icebreaker is the very first step that the individual takes into the world of public speaking. And so it's a show of support, it's a show of acknowledgement, it's a show of encouraging the speaker to come on stage and speak more. All right. We now move on to our table topics segment of the meeting. As I mentioned earlier, table topics is where you're expected to practice impromptu speaking skills. So the table topic master will come here and call out one of you. I encourage all of the men here to kindly participate, because all of the women here are already taken up roles in the meeting. So we unfortunately can't participate. So whether you're a guest or a member, I encourage you to participate in the table topic segment. So once you are given the topic, you are expected to speak for a minimum of 1 minute to a maximum of 2 minutes. All right? Yes. Butterflies, dinosaurs, what is it? All right. I promise you it'll be fun. To carry on the table topic segment of our meeting today, we have a Toastmaster for whom the person who inspires her the most is Shah Rukh Khan. Anybody else over here? Shah Rukh Khan fans? SRK fans? Yes. So Shah Rukh Khan, because of two things: his people skills, the way he connects with people across all generations, and his ambitions and achievements coming from where he started. And what is the characteristic of the significant other that this person would want? Consistency. This Toastmaster loves traveling and works in branding and the communications field. Put your hands together to welcome our table topic master for today, Toastmaster Itishri.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nibhi. And well, I would like to add one line about why I said Shah Rukh Khan. Of course, my father is my ideal, role model. But I didn't want to mention my husband or my father because they're very obvious. Definitely, I've learned a lot from them. And Shah Rukh Khan, yes, I started getting inspiration from Shah Rukh, or recently, I think 5-10 years, last 5 to 10 years, because when I joined as a journalist back in 2010, I realized his persona, his demeanor, and his public skills is very different than you see any politician or any businessman or anybody. So that's something we all need to learn as Toastmasters too, because he speaks so well and he connects with everybody. The purpose of his speech is just to connect with the audience, what you have. I think he does that really well. So that's why he's my inspiration. So with that, we will start with our table topic today. I would like to wish everybody happy Men's Day. Thank you everyone for coming, and I'm really glad to see all of you wearing blue. That's again, let's clap for that. Thank you so much. Today we have a lot of interesting topics, some cliche topics. You might think, oh, what is this? And some of the very, I will not say intellectual, but like some of the topics which I'm sure a lot of you will love to speak about that. So maybe I will start with the very cliche topics, and it's a fun topic. Anybody would like to nominate themselves? Please come. Purushottam. Okay, thank you. Toastmaster Purushottam, your topic is, I already mentioned, it's obvious, but men too can cry. What's your take on that? Men too can cry. They say, right, men don't cry. So what's your take on that?
I don't agree on that. Men's to be cry. So if I see myself, I'm like a person that I am very sensitive person. So sometimes something I'm seeing something that is I want to be, and something that is great is happening around my society, and that I want to add something, and something that I always cry. Sometimes I'm seeing any audio, some recordings, some YouTube videos, and I see some motivational thing is happening, some good is happening, and something happening that is changing in the society, that always make me cry in positive way, I can say. So it depends on the moods, I can say. I mean, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So I always cry in positive mood. I never chance to get in, I can say, negative mood. Yeah. Thank you.
So your topic is, what's more fun, engaging in a new tech or a new phone, or having a conversation with your wife?
Good topic. So I'll not choose for sure tech, not other things. Always like to conversation with my wife, and that's because of when we talk with someone, it's not just about wife or anyone. It's more about when we talk, we express, we spend our time as well as having a feeling to share with the person. And sharing with a wife, talking with a wife is always a positive thing for me. Wife was not a positive thing at the initial phase of my life, but thanks a lot to my wife who taught me what's the meaning of wife. And after learning that from her, I feel like wife is my mentor, my friend, and the person who really did a lot for me. Taking care of my son, taking care of me, and compromising her career for my growth and my aspects. So I always respect my wife, and I always like to talk with her, and I love her.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Nice to know. Do we have somebody who's fond of cars? Nobody likes cars, driving cars? Cars. Yeah? Would you like to come? I've already given you a hint, but your question will be like that. Hi.
Thank you, Iti.
Yeah, hi. So your topic is, you love driving cars, right? And you know Bangalore traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Tesla should launch its autopilot cars?
Thank you. Thank you for the topic. So how many people believe that Bangalore traffic is one of the worst traffic in the world? Yeah. So one day I was driving, like 3 days back, I was driving my family to Phoenix Mall. So while returning, I was talking to my wife that, do you know that I should buy an automatic car rather than this manual car, because it's like, we need to focus many things, like my children are doing something, is this safe or not, like they are putting all the time their hand outside and all. So while thinking, so I thought, okay, what Tesla can solve problem in Bangalore specifically. So here in Bangalore, especially in Indian traffic, one thing is very common, that people are they are not following rules exactly. So we are coming from every way, we are not following actually rules. So rules should be defined before launching any automatic car. And otherwise, the sensors and what the microchip we have inside the car, they get confused. So in my, what I'm thinking that we should make infrastructure before launching this kind of automatic cars. But yes, I hopeful that in next 4-5 years, we can see these automatic cars on, in our road at least in few part of our country. Not Bangalore, but might be somewhere in Mysore or Indore or some city where it's, traffic are more planned or yes. So this I am very hopeful for Tesla and any automatic technology is going to come on the roads. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we have Toastmaster Kevin for the next one? Hi. Toastmaster Kevin, your topic is a fun one. What's the most annoying habit men have but they don't want to admit?
Very difficult one, but then still thinking on this. Sometimes we get lost in our own hobbies and our own work, right? Sometimes we don't prioritize our partner or maybe our parents. That's one thing that at least my people have told me. So yeah, we have to find time for everyone. That is easy to say, but difficult to practice. And to, I mean, even if, I mean, this is life, right? So if it happens, try to find time for our family, friends, our partners, because that's important. At the end of the day, it's not escalations and you know, even if you walk out of your company, the next day they will replace that position with someone else. So your company will still run. There are a lot of people who quit and they say, let me see how the company runs now, but it will run smoothly. So that being said, please prioritize and find time for your family, friends and your partners. That's more important. But at the same time, work is also important because you need to pay your EMIs, right? So yeah.
Sure.
And another annoying thing, I think that's the only annoying thing that men does, I guess. Apart from that, men, you can just leave them peacefully. They will sit in their own zone and they'll enjoy themselves. They don't need anyone to be specific. That's one gift that probably God has given men. But women definitely needs a companion, I sometimes feel, because they need someone to talk to and, vent out. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kevin. Okay, next one I promise is a very fun one. Can we have a guest, please? Hi. Your name?
MK Patil.
MK Patil. Your topic is okay. Let's have fun with colors, because men always wear white and blue. So what's your take on that?
Good morning, everyone. I strongly believe there is a lot of correlation with particularly the color people choose, right? Why there is a color of a blue, a pink, always connected to a girls, right? There are always differences in our life. I mean, the way people look at it, right? Men always look in a blue, right? Even if I ask my son, who is just 5-year-old, another one is 14, by default, it comes to their mind is a blue color. If you ask a small girl, she'll, by default, in my opinion, it comes as a pink, right? There are always differences in life. its ability to accept those differences and move forward, right, is one of the fantastic thing in a relationship to happen. So this colorful life, this is a colorful life, right? Which color you want to choose? How do you identify the differences, accept and move? I'll just give a couple of examples. If you look at men always try to give a solution to a woman. I mean, if whether they want it or not, you always want to go and give a solution. Whereas a woman wants particularly someone who can be loved or pampered, right? So that difference is always there. So the way we have differences in color, there are differences between men and women. So it's all about what you really like and respect, and also understand those differences and accept. So with that, I'll conclude. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can we have Mazahir, Toastmaster Mazahir? Thank you. Yeah. Okay, your topic again is a fun one. If you have the power to grant a wish to all men in the world, what that would be? To all men, not women.
Only one wish or many?
You could just share as many as you want.
Oh, as many as I want to, okay, cool.
But I would prefer if you could just focus on one.
One? Alright, cool. So, no expectation as such. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
If there is one wish that I
would grant to all
that
men.
I would grant to all the men in the world, is, I believe, to be more patient. A lot of time we say that it's a quality that a woman has. She's more patient. Men are slightly more on the side of taking impulsive decisions at time, right? The best examples could be, and I personally seen, you drive with a man driving behind the steering wheel and a woman is always chilled out. You want to prove me wrong? You go outside today after the meeting, you look at a woman. She'll have a straight face, chilled on a Sunday afternoon, and she's driving nicely. But a man is like in a hurry to reach somewhere. Right? There's a good example. So if I can probably grant a wish to all the men is to be more patient. This will help you not only towards the beginning, as in you as a kid, or you as a teenager, or you as a young adult, but this will also help you throughout your life. What I'm also trying to say over here, that at many a times, in a forum like this, it's easy to preach but difficult to practice. One thing that I would want you to take away from this meeting today is to try and see if you can practice this at home. There's a famous speaker in Toastmaster General, and I've heard this from him as a small story. It's a long one, but I'm going to make it very short. There was one guy who goes to an old sage and says, "Old sage, there are a lot of problems in my life. What am I supposed to do?" He tells this person to put a sip of water in his mouth before every situation. This guy comes back after a couple of weeks and said, "Everything is sorted. What did you do?" He said, "Nothing, but made you quiet in a situation where you shouldn't be speaking." So as men, please remember, think through before you speak. Be patient. Think through before you speak. Don't be impulsive. Don't make impulsive decisions. And make women around you feel special. No matter it's your day or their day. Every day is a good day. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Can we have a guest again? Please. Anjan. Okay, Toastmaster Anjan. One question again, I have a lot of fun questions and very limited people here, so I thought, okay, let me ask all the fun ones. What is the one stereotype you want to, because there are a lot of stereotypes attached to men, right? What is the one thing you want to change the perception about men? Sure.
One thing I feel is men are very serious. So that's someone might be having that feeling, but literally it depends on whom they are chatting with. Like if they are with friends, I think they are very calm and they're very enjoyable. And with some boss or someone, they're they want to show some seriousness so that it will help them to grow up in career. So for that reason, sometimes it looks serious, but many times they're really chilled and with friends. A lot of parties happen with friends and all, and that's one stereotype I would like to highlight.
Okay. Thank you. Do you have a volunteer? Please. Anand. Toastmaster Anand, your question is, what is the one thing men always promise they'll do it and they always forget?
Okay, that's a really hard one. I would say there are a lot of things that men really promise. Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah. What's the one thing they promise and they always forget about it? Be it to their wife or family or anybody.
I think one thing which men mostly promise and I would say mostly forget, at least with their wives and girlfriends, is in terms of keeping to a time or keeping to a commitment. So at least I've had the bad experience of I think my wife will be more of testimony to this, is that right from the time we were dating for the last 10 years till date, we've kind of been married for like the last 7-8 years. I've kind of always promised a time and always been a bit late, or at least half an hour, 1 hour, etc. Of course, I've always blamed it on Bangalore traffic and other things, but so one more thing that men always do is make good excuses, and I think that's something which I've learned the hard way and kind of improved as we've gone along. But yeah, I think that's one. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Do we have a volunteer? Please come. I'll give you an easy one, Toastmaster. Sukesh, okay, hi. I'll give you an easy one because I heard your speech last time. You spoke about college, family, and your college days and your initial job. So let me make it easy. Do you bond well with college friends or office colleagues?
Nice topic. I have to find out how to answer. Hi everyone. With the friends, I used to say, many cases I heard teamwork make you, take you from one level to other level, and you club with or interact with the friends and go with them. So the friends also inspire you and wake you up. But I had totally different opinion. When I was, I think, maybe 16 or 17 years old, we 4 friends together joined gym to improve our physique and get a good shape. So first day, all 4 went to gym. Good. First, enthusiasm, everything. Everyone wanted to do everything that day. Next day, 4 become 3. Some reason. So next day, hey, he is not coming, so I am also not coming. Become 2. And after last day, only after 4 days, I was alone doing that. 5th day, I also stopped. So whether it's a college friends or work, friends, the purpose is very important, and mostly they'll try to pull you down. That's what I will do. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Do we have any more guests here? Please come. Nav. Toastmaster Nav. Your topic is, let's make it easy. Let's talk about the sports, the Cricket World Cup.
No, I don't like.
You don't like sports?
Like, I've not watched.
Okay, so it's not about the Cricket World Cup, but my question is, what's the one thing that men prefer to watch? Which sports they want to watch with their friends than their wives?
Okay, I don't.
Okay, I'll change your topic. Sure, I'll change your topic. Okay, okay. Let me talk about. Give you a very serious topic about the investment. So
that's another thing I don't.
Okay, given a chance to go back in time, what is the one thing you would like to do or meet someone?
Okay, given a chance to go back, I would try to be more empathetic to people. A lot of times, we meet, we have interactions with people, and we have incidents, and we we tend to hurt them, and we don't try to understand that what's going on with them, because we haven't experienced those things ourselves. And for an example, I was going through I took a career break, so I was going through a mental burnout. So a lot of people around me, they couldn't empathize with it, and eventually when they started to feel it, so they then they realized that okay, this is what this is what was going on with him. So I such incidents have happened with me a lot. And there was my female friend, and she was very caring, and I was not able to understand that she cared, and eventually I understood and empathized with her situation. So I think this is what I would like to do if I given a chance.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do we have any more guests? Please. Your name, sir? Your name?
Deepak.
Deepak, hi. Deepak, your topic is going to Mars is a good idea? Then which celebrity or world leader you want to take along with you?
Hi, my name is Deepak. Good morning, everyone. So I believe, in my view, it's going to Mars not is a good idea for me. So there are a lot of plenty of things available in this world, right? We have water, we have sunlight, we have air, we can survive, and you have your relatives, friends everywhere. We can spend time with that, right? Going Mars, for casually visiting, how we are going to hill station for visiting once in a year or once in a month, right? You feel that it is climate chill. If you go stay in Ooty for 1 month, you will say, oh, it's too chilly, let me come back my hometown. If you're going Mars, will you feel like that, right? If any time you have a difficult times in your family, or you want to celebrate something, you will not have nobody around you, right? It is a temporary. If you go and invent something, come back and stay back to your own place, that will make you happy. I believe if somebody is going and inventing something or finding something for the purpose of science or something, that will be good, right? I think who is the Sushant Singh Rajput, right? He purchased something on the Mars, and even Shahrukh Khan also purchased. I believe, I am not sure, but Sushant Rajput confirmed he purchased some land over there. But I wish I would have money, means I can buy there something. But there will be no purpose, right? Even nobody can use that, right? So that's all from my end. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think we covered all guests, or anybody, please come. Shivam, okay. So your question, a tough one I asked previously, but if you could answer. Investing in gold, shares and land, what would you pick?
Okay. So, interesting topic. So, if we see gold share or land, so two different type of investment, and every investment, whether it is good or bad, depends on the macroeconomic factors. For example, when there was Corona, I used to see that the gold prices used to go to 60K or something, which was really huge. So whenever there is a time of desperation or some bad time going on, gold gives great returns. So in good times, try to buy gold. That's what I think. But if you consider the case of the land is something which has different opinions nowadays. Now it depends on where you live. For example, if you are living in Bangalore and all, there's no point buying a land here, because the rate at which it is growing is around 2 to 2.5% year on year. But in tier 2, tier 3 cities, where the opportunities are more, where more industries can come, like the cities like Indore and all, the future prospects are really good, and there we can buy good land, make good money out of it. So in all, it
basically depend first on the macroeconomic condition, second where it is located, and third what is like the situation going on. Like for example, in the corona I told that the gold prices really hiked, and at that point in time the like loans related to land and the real estate were very easily gettable, because there was the reason that no one was buying it, so the rates were coming down. So now that those were giving more better returns, so at that bad times you could have bought the lands, and also that's it pretty much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Can we have a volunteer, please? It's a fun one. Your name?
Mahesh.
Mahesh. Okay. Toastmaster Mahesh, your question is, okay, what is the latest series you binged watched on OTT?
Okay, instead of that, can I choose a topic, cricket, one which you asked?
Of course, of course.
Watching the cricket with your wife.
No, my question was...
The wife or with your friends, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, leave about cricket. Even if you are watching a serial or a movie, normally me and my wife, when we are watching a serial or a movie, she have n number of topics to talk rather than watching TV. So it's better we end up in half an hour, we end up in argument or something, because I have to answer, and I'm the person when I'm watching movie, I have to concentrate for it, even if it's a crime patrol for instance. She will have all topics throughout the day to talk at that half an hour. So we are not watching TV or serials together. She's different.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. So I have saved the best for the last, and sorry?
Any topic? I'm a guest.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, please come. Yeah. Okay, Jimmy. So let me make it very interesting for you. Why do we celebrate Men's Day? Do you think, and why the importance is given so much to Women's Day than Men's Day? Even in office, corporates, we celebrate Women's Day, but officially we don't celebrate much on Men's Day.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm glad that I got this topic. This is one of my favorite. My question is that, last time, the importance of question related to this topic now, my question is that, who made it important? Who made the Women's Day important and not the Men's Day? Not that important. My question is that, it's we, right? Rather, if you ask me, it's the individual perspective, how you look upon. Man or a woman, they are equally, I would say without one, you cannot survive. This is the truth of the universe, right? So, to me, I would give more importance to men. The reason being, individual, okay? Don't take it otherwise. It's the individual way of taking things and the life, practical life that I have experienced. I would like to share that man is important for me because, to me, my man is my husband. I have spent time with my husband for more than 27 years. I'm married for last 19 plus years. Then you can imagine, I came across this man who is my man now, way back 27 years back when I was just coming out from the teenage. And that's from that time till now, he is the man who is standing not behind me, but beside me, taking me along with him, be it a career, be it a personal life, whatsoever. Two vessels are together, there will be sound. But at the end of the day, it's a proven example that men are the one who will come and say sorry. Agree or not? Yes. We will be other men, we are stubborn, but men are the one who will come one or the other way. Where is the glass? What did you cook today? Anything. They won't come and say sorry to you exactly, but this is the way they show you that they are sorry or they love you or whatsoever, just forget it. Life has to go on like that. So to me, my man has made me what I'm today. It was my parents' responsibility or my guardian's responsibility, but somehow, because of the ups and downs in life, it never happened. But after a certain period of time in my life, when everything, went here and there, and I never thought of that I will come back and resume my work and stand in front of the crowd like you, or to my friends networking today, this is all because of my husband. He has supported me financially. He has given me that emotional strength. So I just love the men around because they are supportive to women, whatsoever it is. Thank you for being what you are. Be like that. Keep the wet towel in the bed. Have that nasty nagging from your wife. That's okay. Please welcome that. That is the love that we should have. Without that spice, and we especially being Indian, we should be involved in that spice. Without the spice, no curry is tasty. Believe me. Thank you and wishing you all an international Men's Day.
Excuse me. Thank you. Okay, as I mentioned, I had saved the best for the last. Can we have Toastmaster Piyush? Thank you. Okay, your topic is be a man. Why do they say that? What is the significance of the phrase? Should we ban the phrase, or what is the significance?
Okay, as per me, be a man. This is not a saying which originated today, but this has been something which has been going on since ages. When we go to, let's say, prehistoric times, a man and woman were two different creatures. It was not that it was exactly that someone is from Mars, another is from Venus. Both had very different qualities, and now even though we see the line getting blurred, earlier it was not so. So earlier when you say man was responsible for earning for the family, for being masculine, for being fighting, for being aggressive, and all these things. So in prehistoric times or in earlier times, whenever there was phrase be a man, it was more associated with these qualities which I believe, which now is slowly losing the significance, because now I believe even women are on equal footings with men in all these things. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. With this, we come to an end of the table topic. Over to you, Toastmaster Nibhi. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Itishri. Very well scripted and well weaved set of topics, and what that has enabled is all of them just came here and spilled all their secrets, right, which they would never admit to their girlfriend or their wives. So I think well done all the men. Thank you for acknowledging and really speaking out loud. A big round of applause to all of you who came up here and spoke. Are you guys getting bored? No. Do you want some more fun?
Yes.
Okay. So there is an unplanned session that I did not talk about right at the beginning when I said there are 3 segments. There is a 4th segment as well. All right? So to enable in helping me conduct the segment, I will need the timer. Their report. Now the reason why I chose this topic, there's a lot of debate around should men grow their beard or they shouldn't. So I thought I'll settle it once and for all at our club today, at International Men's Day. So a big round of applause. Team against. All right. I invite team 1 to talk against the topic. So basically not to beard.
Yes.
Please.
Go.
Woo!
What a beautiful topic, and I can speak from experience for this. I have to say, anytime a man has a beard, it is not very hygienic. Whenever they're eating, everything is spilling all over their beard, and then we have to be like, on a restaurant, we don't want to see that in a restaurant. So anytime we are in a restaurant and our whole family is there, from experience, my boyfriend meeting my parents, and he's eating soup, and more than him eating, his beard is eating the soup. And I am so completely demolished on representing him as he's the person I want to marry in my life. Okay, so this is it's not hygienic. If you don't clean it up, it's not going to be good. You look clumsy. It looks very, very unhygienic. The next thing I think is a very important point is that it tickles. Okay, I know you guys like to look whatever way you want to, but it tickles for your significant other or whoever you're intimate with. Please be considerate, because we don't want to laugh. We don't want to laugh in certain situations. So please make sure that if you don't grow a beard, we are not going to get tickled. We are going to give the correct reaction you want. Okay? I'm going to call up on the next person. Done? Thank you. Yeah.
1 minute up already, you see.
Okay, next point for men not to grow beard is men without beard looks more presentable. If you see any office meetings or if you see any CEOs, CTOs talking or giving a presentation, when we look at them, they will look, if they are clean shaven, they will look very presentable. And it gives a very positive vibes in the room. So everyone likes more presentable people. So that's the reason. Faster.
So we need great support from men to run our life, right? So we don't want them to spend much time maintaining their beard. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm without beard, clean shaved always, and that's because I always feel lightweight, and to maintaining beard is always crazy for me. I maintain beard hardly for 9 days in a year. That's during Navratra, and that was compulsory. But I'll tell you, beard or not a beard, but without beard, a comfort and a feel and able to hide my age also. Because most of my hairs are white.
Hi, I think he has already covered that point. It is that okay, if you want to keep it right, you have to spend a lot of time and maintain it, right? And one more thing that you feel young, right? If you want to hide something, your white hair, something, you will always feel look very young, right? And if you are maintaining it, you definitely you have to, your white hair will coming out, right? So that's the only reason that people trying to look young and they don't want to keep the beard. Thank you.
Thank you. So the one thing about I want to cover. How many of you have washed clothes? Mostly always. कपड़े धोने का brush पता है? So once I had a beard and I just did this. I felt that कपड़े धोने का brush is stuck here. Literally that hard the beard is. So it's not just about them, but it is also for the men to feel more comfortable. Some of us are definitely not comfortable with the beard, which is just like the brush with which we wash our clothes, and it's really very harsh, not to just our partner, but also to our hands and everyone. Okay, so yeah, that's all.
Thank you. Can I have the team come together for a picture?
In the same order.
Okay.
3, 2. No beard guy.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for presenting your case for no beard. All right. Now I invite the next team to have the argument for growing a beard. I welcome team number 2.
So I was just listening to what they said for against growing a beard. And time saving. What do you want to do with your time? Build something, go to Mars or something? So what? Grow a beard, look handsome, right? Go look different each day. The same boring look, you don't want to put clean shaven and look, you have the same look every day, right? And of course, hazel, somebody mentioned hazel. Growing a beard is a lot of responsibility. You'll have to see like how to groom it, how to style it, the different creams you use. There's a so you do a lot of research. Your life is more interesting. It's boring to have the same look at the end of the day. You just have to look confident. You have to look good. Do it every day, and people around you. It makes people around you also feel, oh, this person is taking some effort to do something. something. It doesn't like come as a boring individual every day to office or to work, or even like your wife sees you, he's like looking at the same person. Can't you just look a little different? So comfortable. It's just comfortable to not have a beard. No, I would say like you just get out of your comfort zone, right? Just do crazy things and just explore and do crazy stuff. So that's what I would say for growing a beard. And it's I have time. And it gives you a masculine look. It makes you look a little intellectual. It gives you different looks, right? So you can just people who you are with, they can look at you as a different person, basically. So it covers your facial features, and you have to do styling and grooming. There's some interesting things added to your life. So to just look different. At the end of the day, what more do you want than look confident? Then look confident and to carry yourself. That's my point.
I have. Yes. So I got 30 seconds. So this is my pure experience. So I'm telling because I'm keeping my beard. So I wrote while keeping beard can change or improve or enhance my appearance every week, every day. 1 point. Second thing is it prevent from UV rays, pollution, and prevent my skin actually. And third thing is that it's really work. Dermatologist told me is that you should keep beard to prevent from aging. And third thing is significantly it's saving my cost, because every time when I visit to a salon it costs me 300 rupees, 200 rupees. So it's saving my cost. Fourth thing is that I can change my beard. See, today is my black color, but originally I have some gray hairs as well. So I can change blue and red, pink whenever I require. So this is fourth point. Which is I'm using my life, and this is that is
Well, very quickly, this is a gift from the God, from the nomadic life till the modern age. It is being said that men are men because of the beard, men are lion because of the beard, men are masculine because of the beard. That's what they are, awesome because of the beard. That's all. Thank you. You have to agree.
All right, thank you, team 2. I would invite all three of you to have a picture taken. Jim, come.
Together. 4 topics. 3.
Thank you, Team 2, for sharing your views and thoughts. But if you look around the room, incidentally, the team that spoke against has the most number of men with beards sitting there. None of you noticed that, is it, when I selected against and for? All right, a huge round of applause to both the teams. Very convincing reasons. So I guess the debate is still not settled, is it? Is it? No, so I have been marking based on what your discussions have been and what your points have been. So there will be a winner among both the teams. But to settle it in the room over here at Whitefield Toastmasters meeting, to beard or not to beard?
To beard. It's a personal difference. You should not be different.
Occasionally both? Yes. That seems like an interesting answer. I think I'll settle for that. All right, a big round of applause to all of you. Thank you guys for being such a sport. And towards the end of the general evaluation session, I will be revealing who the winner is for the debate session. Cool? Yes. Okay. So now I invite our general evaluator, Toastmaster Malia, to share your observations for the meeting.
All right, thank you very much, DTM Nibi. Let's keep the round of applause going for her. All right. How are all the men in the meeting enjoying the meeting?
Very much.
Okay, I see a few thumbs ups. Good. And the women, how did you like being role players or guests? Great. All right. So I think there was more enthusiasm from the men. So I think as a whole, this meeting was a success. We've said it for ourselves. All right. Let's start in the chronological order for the evaluation. I'll try to keep it really quick. Okay. Our SAA Toastmaster Revati. Where is she? Okay. Right there. Okay, great way to open the meeting, all right? Firstly, with the rules and everything, talking about Toastmasters and then moving on to your personal story, which I think was the highlight of your speech. I really liked the genuineness of your story and the fact that you were very conversational when you were presenting it. And secondly, the rules that you mentioned were very comprehensive. General Toastmasters rules that we follow in our district along with specific rules for your club. How can you improve? Firstly, I think you can get rid of the aids, the paper and everything that you had in your hand, because that just restricts your speech. And secondly, try to set a context for the meeting. All right, so when you try to start off with a bit of energy, perhaps interact with the audience for 10 to 15 seconds, all right, because you're the first person that everybody is saying even before the presiding officer. So I would suggest that you set a stronger and more energetic context for the meeting going forward. Besides this, very, very good address. I loved listening to it. Let's have a round of applause, please. We had our presiding officer and Toastmaster of the day, DTM Nibby. All right, how many of you liked her, session today? Both whatever she spoke and the little impromptu activity. All right, so that's most of the people who raised their hands for you. All right, there are many good things about your presentation. I'm not going to read out all of them, but the highlights were, I think, the bit of spoken word you had in the beginning, which started with two men, etc. That was very nice to listen to, very articulately written. Your introductions for everybody. Getting introductions as a team org is a little difficult because people just tend to chew up the same information over and over again. But this format that you had was great and added a little bit of extra information as well. And as the presiding officer, you started with, asking everybody for their introductions. And when you were talking about Toastmasters, you did not give out the same thing that we usually say when we are doing membership drives, etc. You added your personal story along with it, which I think would mean a little more to the guests than, information. However, there was no transition I saw between your role as the PO and your role to the team org. I think that is definitely something that needs to be there if the same person plays both the roles. And another good job is you tailored your speech to the needs of the audience. For example, you explained sessions very well. You explained why we stood up and clapped after the icebreaker speech. All of this was for the benefit of the guests. Points of improvement, of course, first the transition. Secondly, the introductions, like I said, were very well crafted. However, you did mention that, okay, when I asked this question, she answered this. When I asked this question, they answered this. That was getting a little redundant, so perhaps you could have avoided that. And instead of maybe packaging all the interaction into the end, having it a little scattered throughout the meeting would perhaps keep us on our toes throughout. That is most of what I have for you. Let's have a round of applause for our presiding officer and team. All right, can we have the timers report Toastmaster Sri Jana for just the prepared speech, please?
There was only one prepared speech for today. It was an icebreaker by PM Rashmi, and she took 4 minutes 54 seconds.
Okay, 4 minutes 54 seconds. Thank you. All right, Toastmaster Kaushika, you're ready with your evaluation? Yes, please come forward.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Malia. So I'll be evaluating Rashmi's speech. She did her annual dinner. First of all, congratulations in doing very well icebreaker speech.
Kaushika. So Dig Deeper was the title, I think the title was, it really resonated with what you had to say, the content and what you framed. So I would like to ask a question. How many of you enjoy what you're doing right now? Okay, good for you. And those of you who don't enjoy, do you know what you want to do? If you, what else do you want to do, right? Because when I've interacted with few people, they would be like, I don't enjoy my job, but they don't know what else to do other than do their job. So at least your speech, you kind of went from your grandmother telling you something, your mother telling you you'll be a teacher, and then you were not sure of what you wanted to be, and then finally, and when you landed a job as a software tester, you kind of thought that all the skills which other people thought you had applied there. So that's a very nice way of putting it across, because many times we are all confused of what we want to do, and then kind of we think, okay, maybe I'm enjoying what I do. So I think it's common for people to have that, to be in that dilemma of thinking of not knowing what to do. So that was very well framed and put, and there was a little humor to that as well. And your speech perspective, of course, the clarity and perspective was to the point, was very good. And you transitioned very well. You started off by talking about your parents, and then about you got married, and then you have kids, and then you talked about your achievements and all that, and then went on to your career. So what you did after that, after your schooling and college and stuff. So the transition was really good. So these are some of the highlights which I had to say. Some areas of improvements could be like body language, maybe a little bit more. My mother wanted, you have to add a little drama to your speech, right? My mom wanted me this, and my dad wanted this. So what, a little bit drama there, and a little vocal variety also. So I thought you were more monotonous. A little bit adding a vocal variety would be good, and pause. So it was like you were very quick. Your speech was you were not giving a pause. So for me, when I was listening also, I had to take down notes, make sure that I was listening to what you're saying and take down the notes, right? So maybe a little pause would be good. And interaction with the audience. So you could maybe ask, for me it was like that, how is it for you? Ask them a couple of questions, right? So what do you want to do? What do you enjoy doing? At the end of the day, you have to do what you enjoy. So maybe interacting with the audience would be a good thing to do, yeah. And so these are the, overall, I really thoroughly enjoyed your speech. It was very light, and there was humor to it, and it was very good. So thank you. Yeah.
Right, thank you very much, Toastmaster Kaushika. Toastmaster Rashmi, I did have a doubt as to whether this was your first icebreaker speech because it was that well crafted. I do agree with everything your evaluator mentioned. Adding on just one or two more points, this was such an exhaustive icebreaker that you gave us. So much of information about yourself in the form of anecdotes, in the form of stories, and sometimes just, facts and other pieces of information. So I got to know you that much better. I liked your very matter-of-fact presentation, the call to action at the end, and of course the smooth transitions throughout the speech. One aspect of improvement in the beginning, like when you mentioned I have a son, I'm doing this, that, it felt like you were kind of reciting your biodata a bit for an interview or so. The rest of the speech, of course, was not like that. So perhaps try to rewrite that part or add it in at some other part of your speech. And yes, this again is a bit of nitpicking. However, in the beginning, you started by saying there is a saying, and then you went on, about the water and all of that. Perhaps skip declarative sentences like this is what I'm going to say, or there is a saying which says this, and start off to the point so that it gives a bit more of a hook to the audience. Besides that, this is one of the best icebreaker speeches I've ever heard, and I really enjoyed listening to your speech. Let's give a round of applause for her, please. And Toastmaster Kaushika, very personalized and encouraging evaluation, and it was very neatly structured as well, covering both content, delivery, and other parts. Good job. How can you improve? Firstly, I think you spent a considerable amount of your I think, beginning part of your speech, at least 30 seconds or so, restating whatever the speaker had mentioned in her speech. Like she said this and then she went to this. So try to avoid that. You can replace those with examples, but please don't restate everything. And secondly, there were a few gaps in your evaluation wherein they needed more qualification. For example, you said, okay, it was the clarity and the perspective was nice. I was lost. What perspective are you talking about? How was did she incorporate clarity in your speech? So add a little bit more detail. So perhaps you can cut down on the number of points and make each point a little more detailed. Right? But besides that, I think with your smile and the way you give your evaluation, that is you're on the right track to becoming a great evaluator. Let's have a round of applause for her too. Moving on to the table topic master. Did we enjoy the topics?
Yes.
Was there a bit of variety in the topics?
Yes.
Yes, and those two, along with the third thing, you put the spotlight on the speakers and not on yourself. And that is why you performed your role beautifully today. Right. And improvements, of course, is just with regard to you saying out the title. Like you did not mention what the speaker's name is loudly, so try mentioning their name out loudly and repeat the title in exact words twice. Alright? Don't add extra words in between and don't explain unless required. So that is all I had. And try to perhaps mention the timing of the table topics and a bit of a lengthened intro for the benefit of the guests. Otherwise, I think it is okay. Table topic speakers, we had 15 speakers today, and I think most of them were volunteers, which doesn't happen very easily in any club. So you can give yourself a pat on the back. The table topic speakers were great. You addressed the topics well. Everybody, I think, spoke for at least 1 minute, many even for 2 minutes. Many of you had a call to action to add at the end, which is what the audience takes away from your speech. And yes, kudos to you also for volunteering. How can we improve? Firstly, for some, there was a significant deviation from the topic that was given. So perhaps try avoiding that. You can take 10 to 15 seconds to think and then start addressing the topic. You could perhaps in those 15 seconds just think of 2 points or 3 points that you want to speak about and expand on those points. And the rest we can manage as we go through. Right, I'm not reading out all the table topic speakers' names because I can't read it myself. All right, but congratulations to everybody. All right, now let's have the tag reports. Toastmaster Srijana, timers report, please.
Hello, Toastmaster. So today I'll be presenting the timers report. I found that all the timers, all the speeches were well within time. Except a few. I'll start with the icebreaker speech again. Toastmaster Rashmi took 4 minutes 54 seconds. For table topics, Toastmaster Purushottam took 1 minute 11 seconds. Sorry if your names are wrong. Whatever I heard, I just wrote down. Toastmaster Anand took 1 minute 13 seconds. Toastmaster Avni Lindra took 1 minute 55 seconds. Toastmaster Ketan took 2 minutes 11 seconds. Guest N.K. Pare took 1 minute 20 seconds. Toastmaster Madhuri took 2 minutes 03 seconds. Toastmaster Anjan took 41 seconds. Anand took 49 seconds. Toastmaster Sukesh took 1 minute 24 seconds. Toastmaster Nav took 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Deepak took 1 minute 19 seconds. Toastmaster Shivam 1 minute 40 seconds. Mahesh 34 seconds, Jimmy 2 minutes 58 seconds, and Piyush 1 minute 2 seconds. For the debate, the ones without the beard topic took 4 minutes and 6 seconds, and the ones we like beard topic took 3 minutes and 22 seconds. For the evaluation, Toastmaster Kaushika took 3 minutes 06 seconds. Something I would like to share personally is that we come from a corporate club and we do our meetings on weekdays. If it is a weekend, I will not sure go to that meeting. I have my specific rules. I'm not going to a meeting on a weekend, that too with all my office hours. There is no absolute way. I was very surprised to see these many people on a Sunday morning and an afternoon coming to a meeting for their own personal development. This is something which we didn't see, and the way the meeting is crafted over here. Every person knows their roles, every person knows what to do right now, and the transition was beautiful, which is not the case in our clubs. There are days when we have meetings of 5 speeches. At the end moment, all the speeches are gone. Because there are meetings that are coming up. At times, I have left my team mod role at the last minute because there was someone coming up and I had to attend it. So, kudos to all of you. It's such a beautiful experience. I'll try to share it with my club. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srijani. Let's move on to the Accountant's report with Toastmaster Revati.
Toastmaster Rashmi, I couldn't find any cut words or fillers. Looks like I was fully into your speech, so I could not notice anything. Nibi has a few R's, 3 exactly, and Itishri has 3 R's, Purushottam 3 R's, Anand 4 R's, Avindra again few R's, Kevin 2 R's, and we have another Anand has 2 R's, Sukesh 2, Nav has more than 5 like and 4 R's, Deepak has repeated right more than 5 times. Shivam has mentioned so more than 5 times, and Kaushika has more than 5, and Malya has more than 5 R, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Revati. And finally, our grammarian Toastmaster Abhilasha.
We had blast of a meeting. I have to say for distinguished Toastmaster Nibi and Malya, what a fluid language and how seamlessly you took all your sentences in a stride. For Nibi, as Malya was explaining, the first section of your speech, the whole poetry you had written about conqueror of jarlets, muscle of dad jokes, all of that, that was wonderfully crafted. I don't know if you took it from somewhere. Even if you did, very good choice. And you also mentioned things like segment, possess, men possess wonderfully so. All those usages of the verbiage were wonderful. When it comes to Malya, as I said, very fluid language. Call to action mentioned 2 to 3 times, which is a very good phrase to use. And I did not have my pen when you gave your speech. I think she used a couple more sentences that we should all take away from. For our speaker, Rashmi, the first sentence or the saying you used, dig deeper in one place rather than dig shallow in others or multiple, that was a very good speech, verbiage that we can all use and has a lot of meaning. And then Itishri, our table topic master. Obviously, a table topic master will use a lot of verbiage because she will be picking out the topics, but cliche, stereotype, quite a lot of words from each topic that were given was wonderfully selected. And all the chivalrous, nobody used the word of the day, all the chivalrous table topic speakers had quite a lot of words that I could not catch all of them. Some of them I found was impulsive, empathize, standing beside me instead of behind me, wet towel on bed in not a derogatory manner but as a way of defining a characteristic. That was wonderfully done. Very good speech from each and every table topic speaker. I think there were 2 things that I would say we can all learn from. When you are using past definite sense for past definite tense. Sorry. Like my marriage got fixed. Maybe we can give it in a different way, as my marriage was fixed, because marriage got fixed does not have any connectors in between. So maybe we can work a little bit on that. Another thing was easily gettable. Easily gettable is not a right usage. So we can say easily available, easily attainable, readily available, things like that. We are very easy to stand here and criticize, very difficult to speak when you're here, right? But wonderful job. Almost every speaker was very fluid with how they took their speech. This was a wonderful session in a grammarian point of view.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilasha. Quickly evaluating the tag role players. All of you did your roles almost, textbook perfectly. But adding on a few suggestions, Toastmaster Srijana, when you're mentioning, about when you're discussing your role here, perhaps bring the cards with you and display it for the audience, and mention the grace time as well, because that is important. Our counter, Toastmaster Revati, you were very diligently sitting in the back and noting down all the ahs and ums. Very good job. This is not an aspect of improvement, just a suggestion. You can explain what the different types of crutch words are and give 1 or 2 tips on how we can reduce them so that your report has even more value to it. And Toastmaster Abhilasha, a very well chosen word of the day in accordance with the theme. It's a little unfortunate that only you used it. But otherwise, a very comprehensive report covering all aspects that a grammarian needs to do, and good job for you. Let's give a round of applause to our faculty. All right, we had a bit of an impromptu debate in between. Toastmaster Nibi will be letting us know of the results soon. However, just one suggestion when it comes to a debate. Firstly, we only had 2 minutes. And secondly, we had like 15 participants in each team. So one way we could go about it is you can mention 5 to 6 points, all right? But with a short, introduction, conclusion, restating your point, and 2 sentences or so per point, or have 3 points within 2 minutes, and then give more evidence or substantiate each point. So 2 recommendations as a whole. 1, substantiate points, just mentioning them is not enough. And second, please restate that, hey, men should grow beards, men should not grow beards. Mentioning the motion is important. Now, this was just a fun debate, but in general. All right, meeting as a whole. We started at 11:01 a.m. Great. Okay, let's talk about, some small aspects we can change first. Firstly, a couple of role players had their mobile phones with them. I would advise to avoid that. There was not much, generous use of the speaking area for most speakers, including me. So, table topic speakers, etc., can use the entire speaking area and look at all members of the audience and not just the front. That was also something that I had noticed. Besides that, I kind of knew the amount of preparation that went behind making this meeting a success. And in absentia, I would like everyone to give a round of applause for Toastmaster Radha for setting all of this up, reaching out to role players more than 1 week back. She, you'll get to know a few surprises later, but she planned all of that. And even though she is not here today, she is the one who orchestrated this entire meeting, including setting a template for role players, this dress code that we have. And of course, kudos to everyone for coming up in dress code. That usually doesn't work when we apply it in my club, at least. And of course, behind the scenes, I could see Piyush, getting the snacks, Mazahir giving out the mics to everyone, Kevin updating stories on Instagram. So all of this is what goes behind making a meeting great. And that is why I believe Whitefield Toastmasters has, I don't know, a lot of members and 20 to 25 people attending each meeting. And today there are people say, okay, the attendance is low, but this would be a great attendance for any other normal club. So kudos to the way that you are going ahead with leading your club and being members of it. And I haven't missed out anyone else, have I? No? Yeah, I have covered everyone. Alright, so that is pretty much it. Keep going strong. All the best. I'm signing off as the GE. I look forward to being here again. Back to DT and Libby.
Thank you, Toastmaster Malia, for that very crisp and useful evaluation for all of us to take back. Whenever we are playing any of these roles, there is a takeaway for all of us from every meeting. All right. Now, thank you everyone for contributing to this special International Men's Day meeting. A big round of applause, especially because each of you in this meeting today participated in the meeting. So, big round of applause. Whether it's a mentor who inspired you, a friend who supported you, or a family member who molded and shaped you, here's to the men who make us laugh, roll our eyes, and most importantly, feel loved. You are the real MVPs, and you make our lives better every day by being in it. Now, before I wrap up my role as the Toastmaster of the day, I would like to invite our presiding officer. Now, this is someone who needs no introduction. He is well known, whether by his mop of hair, or some of us have had the opportunity of working with him for a couple of years. When I started my journey as in leadership in Toastmasters, I had no one that I could really reach out to, someone who would really be critical, at the same time be helpful. And the person I reached out to is distinguished Toastmaster Mazahir. And whether it was 1 a.m., 3 a.m., the night before a gigantic event that I had planned, he always showed up, he always helped. And no matter what time of the day it is, some of you here who are here as guests would have contacted Toastmaster Mazahir, and you know that he will always respond back, pick up, talk to you. And that's the kind of person and that's the kind of man that distinguished Toastmaster Mazahir is. And I invite distinguished Toastmaster Mazahir for the presiding officer's address and closing address.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
A better good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I happen to visit a lot of clubs, and there's one thing that I absolutely dislike for those clubs, and I will not let that happen in our club, is the energy dripping down towards the end. Okay? So first thing first, for the entire effort done by everybody behind the scene and to all those role players who played their role, dedicated to us as men, may I request all of you to please stand up and have a standing round of ovation for everybody who played the role. Thank you, thank you. And I know we all lose our sync, so I'm going to do the clap in our style for everybody, so the energy remains the same, all right? I'm going to move my hand over here once, you'll clap once. I'm going to move my hand again, you'll clap once. The faster I do, the faster you will do. Is that okay? Okay. All right, all in sync? Yes. So I'll show you how do we practice. Just watch this. Super. This is how we practice, all right? I'm going to do it again. Super. Practice better, all right? Now we're going to do it for the real time. We're still practicing. Thank you. Excuses done to those who have a hand injury and to those who were little lazy to clap. As a presiding officer, I definitely do have a couple of important announcements. Number one, if you're a guest to our meeting, please stand by after the meeting. We would love to have a quick chit chat with you. Number one. Number two, in the order of date, Executive Committee. I am currently playing the role of a president of the club, and we definitely have an able executive committee along with their associate officer. However, only until December 31st, 2023. Now, who's ready to lead us for the 2024? Club XCOM nominations are open. We will have our club election on the first week of December. December 3rd, Sunday is when we will have our election. Nominations are open for all. If you wish to nominate, please reach out to me. I'll explain about each and every role that we have. Number 2, area contest. For our club, we recently conducted a club contest. The winner of that contest will represent the club at the Area A4, which is happening on November 25th. The good thing is that November 26th is a Sunday and we don't have a meeting that day, because we want each and every member of ours to go witness the area contest so that you can learn from each participant who has won from their club and representing. Third thing, related to the club milestone. We just about completed a year as a club. There's a long story that we would want to share with you. We want to celebrate this milestone. Another milestone that adds to a year is the 50th meeting. Did you hear Toastmaster Nibby saying, let me open officially the meeting number 48? Now we are cancelling one meeting there, which is the next Sunday. So December 3rd meeting will be a 49th and December 10th will be a meeting number 50th. We won't want to celebrate it as grand as possible. All of you are welcome to attend that. Location will be shared soon. It is going to be one of the corporates. We will let you know, most likely towards the outer ring road. Let me request my dear friend Patil to provide us any kind of feedback that you have, sir.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's been a privilege and honor to be here. I thoroughly enjoyed the session. I'll just give you a little experience of mine, right? So I started my Toastmasters journey in 2011, and within a year I became a president of the Saber Moderator. And after that, I quit. I Toastmasters in general. So there was one opportunity where I did not know the humorous side of my aspect. I went on to win a district level humorous contest, which many people would not believe it will now. So it's a tremendous platform as an individual, right? It helped me to build a lot of confidence. I went out to create a couple of companies, sold them, merged them, right? Today I'm going to go for another venture out of it. All my entrepreneurial experience in life came from Toastmasters. And without that, it would not have been possible today. So this is a great platform. I thoroughly enjoyed coming back to Toastmasters after more than 12 years. I know Mazahir in person, so we tried to do something in Shova Dreammakers where I reside, something people did not understand the whole purpose of the Toastmasters, but I'm ready to help whatever I small way. My wife is here, Rashmi, so I'm here to listen to her speech. So she's quite, in general, very disciplined in terms when it comes to public speaking, So ready to help anything that you guys need, but thoroughly enjoyed. Thanks for the opportunity. So look forward to coming again and again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So next time if you need MK Patil, you better have Rashmi deliver a speech. And at the end, it doesn't matter, husband and wife. I think if you have a partner, whether you are married or not, you definitely need a supportive person. Supportive person also supporting Toastmaster. So, the reason why I mentioned his name clearly out, because I remember when we were trying to establish our club at another society, he stood out there shoulder to shoulder and he said, let me go and talk to them. I may not be an active member right now, but I know the importance of it. I know how much it has helped me, and I will do anything to do this. Now, when I interacted with Rashmi, and I don't know Rashmi earlier, but then she said, I think you know my husband. I'm like, who is it? She said, MK Patil. I'm like, okay, now I know. Thank you, welcome to the club. Right? Anybody else who wants to deliver their feedback for the meeting, how do they feel? Anybody this side, on my left? No? Yes, Anil.
Here only.
Hey, here only, there only, anything, as long as they can hear you.
So I didn't get the chance to talk in either table topics or in the speech, so that's why I'm using this opportunity. By the way, I would like to know, when is the Men's Day basically? When is it? Today. Shocking, actually, I'm completely clueless. So I just want to share one small incident which happened, I think maybe 7 or 8 years ago. Suddenly HR came to me in my office and gave me a box actually. It is written, the man's company. And a sweet box also. I don't know what is the occasion by that time. So I asked her, Madam, occasion kya hai? Then she told, you are a man. You are a man, and today is the International Men's Day. That's the reason. So that's the day I got to know about this Men's Day. But my personal opinion is that, see, I never celebrate any days. Whether it is any day. I don't believe in celebrating any days. But see, for example, Mother's Day, people celebrate Mother's Day. I don't find any reason for it. See, mother is special, right? Every minute we have to celebrate that. It's not, there is, why there is need to have one special day for it. So same applies for any day. Except, for example, Independence Day or Republic Day, there is a genuine reason. So we celebrate it. Apart from that, so that's it. I just want to share this. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. To some bit of it, I agree with Toastmaster Anil. Mani, if you can please send me the result also. Send me the result on WhatsApp if possible. Thank you. I agree with what Anil said, but there was one of these religious talk that I was listening to, and one of the preachers said, human has only some capacity to remember things, and they need to be told. So a need to be told made those number of days. While I totally agree with him that certain days, and I think almost all the important days, need not to be reminded, such as our Father's Day and Mother's Day. I think we need to show them all the love and care that we have for each and every day. It doesn't really have to be a specific day, right? You don't have to post all their selfies and everything on a particular day. Do it every day, it doesn't have to be. A personal apology for the meeting extended for about 10 minutes or so. Toastmaster Nibi mentioned there will be a winner for a debate. You remember that? These guys are a little more louder.
Yes.
Superb. Okay. So, that's what happens, right? A spirit of competition is a spirit that we need to look at. The moment we divided the group into two, the discussion began on this side and discussion happened this side. The amount of preparation this side, there was a pen and paper and people came and they were like a bigger team, but this side, they were like, let three of us represent the entire group. It doesn't really matter. Right? They actually won with the, in terms of the participation as a woman. Over here, there was a bit of a balance. So there were some points where they did it good. There's some point that these guys did good. For us as a club, everybody is a winner. Can we have a round of applause in my... Very much. Yeah, that's it. In my style, so we'll do it again. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me now request the winner for today's meeting. For the benefit, because they both are present over here, let me request, and I request you all to clap as hard as possible for somebody to stepping up and starting her Toastmaster journey. Best speaker, Toastmaster Rashmi. Request you to please come up. Congratulations. The best speech evaluator, Toastmaster Kaushika. Round of applause for her, please. Congratulations. The best table topic speaker, yours truly, Toastmaster Mazahir. The best role player for today's meeting, and this was a difficult one, general evaluator for today's meeting, Toastmaster Malia. Congratulations. The best supporting role player for today's meeting is our grammarian, Toastmaster Abhilasha. Congratulations. You can stand there. See, it looks so unfair, being a man among all the women. But it's a privilege as well. May I request the PR to please take a picture of all of us. Stand close by. Closer. Squeeze in. Okay, smile. 3, 2, 1. Maybe a victory sign, if it's okay. Victory. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Round of applause for all of us, please. Okay. We hate you, Kevin. You guys can take your seat. Thank you so much. You guys been wonderful. You provided us time on your, valuable Sunday. You guys get up in the morning. You think about Toastmaster. You think about there's something that I'm going to learn today at the club. You guys take out your time. Time is the most important thing. There was another Instagram reel that I was listening to, and somebody said, "I'll give you $1 billion today, but in return, your life will end tomorrow. Would you accept that?" The person happily denied $1 billion, saying that I need that tomorrow. I need that time. Time is important. The aspect that you came here to learn at Toastmaster is way bigger than anything else. We happen to meet like-minded people. This was me, Mazahir, as presiding officer for the meeting number 48, Whitefield Toastmaster, officially adjourned.